Tayawa, Dr. Shai, Tayawa, Dr. Shai, Kalalalewa, Kalalaya Shai, Tawadayawa, Tawadaya Shai. The brothers, the apostles of famous Jeremy Stone, belong to the brothers out there pushing this work in sincerity and in honesty. Right? To the elves and the sisters, So we just want our breakdown. Yeah, search a lot of things on AI mode, but this is what we want to breakdown on. It says, would you consider scientists? It should be scientists, not scientific. That makes nuclear weapon a Smith, right? And it's referring, as it's gonna go down here to Isaiah 54 and 16. Let's get it and then get back into it, because we have it queued up. So this is Isaiah 54 and verse 16. So behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right? So the smith is a weapon creator, or someone that creates things from specific materials, right, like iron and so on forth. Right. Let me get it to be clear. All right, let's just read through this. It say, in biblical sense, yes, the scientific knowledge at the scientists who develop nuclear weapons can be considered a smith or blacksmith. This connection is drawn from Isaiah 54 and 16, which explicitly states that Yahweh created the craftsman who make weapons for destruction. Right? It said, in ancient time, the smith was the technologist of the age, using fire and specialized knowledge to forge tools and weapons. So a smith create tools and weapons from metals and other iron and so on, metals, right? So not only the Lord created the smith, but they were technologists of the age, right? So the Lord poured out information into those men on how to create swords and so on, right? So now in this time, the Lord created the same scientists and give them information, right, as it says in the scripture. This is Job 33 and verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in the slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So when we go to sleep, the Lord is the one that seals our information. So to these weaponsmith and all, right, Oppenheimer and all, he sealed the information in that man's brain. Say you go and split the atom. So we have a video here on
when a nuclear bomb is dropped. We
have a video here on how the nukes work here.
mass of uranium sits at its core, slowly releasing particles. But when it gets close to the ground, sensors trigger an explosion around it, and this forces the particles to collide with the atoms inside, about 10 septillion of them. Now, atoms are held together by massive amounts of energy, and as the particles split them apart, that energy is released 10 septillion times. This causes a massive explosion above the ground to make sure it reaches as far as possible, and everything below it is instantly vaporized. When a nuclear bomb...
Right, so that brings a script to mind, eh? This is Malachi 4 and verse 1. It says, "For behold, the days cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." Yeah, because this nuke is going to decimate everything in its way, yeah? Right, and what you just watch is what one nuke can do. So you can imagine thousands of nukes dropping on America. It's going to be a desert, as the scripture mentioned, and we're going to get that afterwards. Alright, so yeah, the Smith created all that. So back then the Smith would create like sword and them things, right, to basically use for war. Sword, spears, arrows, and so on and forth, where you would use for war. So now our Smith, which would consider to be scientists today as well, right, they have different ways of making armory, if that's the word, armory, for the battle, yeah? And this explains, this is Isaiah 9 and verse 5, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this, as in this war, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And that's why Malachi could say it would leave neither root nor branch, because the fire that emits from these nukes, they basically burn everything in the way, yeah? I think I can find a video on that. Let's check, because I think I was watching.
These Japanese... If a nuclear bomb drops, the flash is so bright you'll see your bones through your hands. Don't stare. Turn away. Cover your eyes. Seconds later, the heat wave hits, hot enough to melt your clothes into your skin. Then comes the blast wave. It'll rip through glass, walls, and everything else. Get underground. Stay inside 24 hours. Take off clothes. Wash with cold water. Seal them in a bag. If a nuclear bomb...
So it would burn you to a crisp, yeah? So it says this war is going to be with burning and fuel and fire, and as I say, leave neither root nor branch. Yeah, so like Malachi say, leave neither root nor branch. 2 Peter 3 and verse 8 and verse 12, it's a looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and that includes you, right? Let's get another one, because you need to visualize the devastating power of these nukes, yeah? Right? This is Zechariah 14 and verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherein the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. This is the effect of these nukes here, right? So with that, I hope this was a edifying video, right? Kalalali, Yahweh Shem Yashai Bashem Rakakodash. Shalom.